It's a people world. It's a world about knowing people, what makes people tick, why people do what they do, what they might do next, what they want to hear from you, what they don't want to hear from you, timing, when do I make that joke, when do I show strength, when do I show empathy? It's a people world. And again, I want to stress this. Maybe that's not you. I do believe most of this is God-given. It just is. But it is a people world out there. Why is America's foreign policy so embarrassing? Let's be honest, there's no defense of it. Decades now, we have embarrassed ourselves consistently on the world stage. Why? Why's that happen? Got all these smart people, right? Harvard, Yale. I was educated here. I went to West Point. Well, why are so many of these people lost when it comes to foreign policy? Well, they've never lived in the real world, therefore they don't know people. Oh, they know all the dates and locations. I wrote my master's thesis at Harvard on Ukraine and the various regions. Oh, no, I know you did. I'm sure you can draw the lines on a map with your eyes closed, but you don't have any idea what makes people tick. That's why America sucks at foreign policy. And there's a second part of it, and this part's going to come into play today. It is time to acknowledge a bitter truth. America's Democrats, the left, not historically, but today, they despise the United States of America. And if it looks like they're always giving something up to America's enemies or kowtowing to America's enemies, it's because they are. But why are they? It's because they see America the same way our enemies see America. An evil, racist, all the things, an evil place that really shouldn't be here. I mean, we are, after all, uniquely terrible. They see America the way our enemies see it. Look, back to point one, though. It's a people business. And how long? How long have I been warning about these things? Now, let's do a rewind. Before we get to Russia, Ukraine, let's just do a rewind. And I want you to understand, when I recap some of these things that may even seem old or stale, I want you to understand something I've been warning you about. People were watching. The evil wolves of this world were watching. When we completely botched an Afghanistan withdrawal, and look, we know from all the reports coming out now, stuff that you've known forever, you couldn't screw it up any worse than we screwed it up. It's not just that it looked like it was done by a bunch of America haters. It looked like it was done by a bunch of children. It looked like a plan that a bunch of 5-year-olds would put in place. No security. Oh, we'll be fine. Just throw everyone on the planes, guys. Oh, what, it went wrong? The world watched. The world watched after we botched that Afghanistan withdrawal as 13 of our warriors were incinerated by ISIS. The world's wolves were watching. The world's wolves were watching when we responded to that by killing civilians. We sent a Reaper drone and drone strike 10 civilians. The wolves were watching that. They were watching and they were making decisions because, again, the world is not dates and locations and borders. The world is people. Their people, analyzing our people, what we've done, what we will do in the future. When Joe Biden got up and said this after our guys died, it's not just that you were watching and got mad, or I was watching and got mad. Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping, pick your terrorist. They have TVs too. They were watching.
Thank you. May God bless you all, and may God protect the troops and all those standing watch for America. We have so much to do. It's within our capacity to do it. We just have to remain steadfast. Steadfast. We will complete our mission, and we will continue after our troops have withdrawn to find means by which we can find any American who wishes to get out of Afghanistan. We will find them and we will get them out. Ladies and gentlemen, they gave me a list here. The first person I was instructed to call on was Kelly O'Donnell of NBC.
What do you think Vladimir Putin was thinking when he watched that? What do you think Xi Jinping was thinking when he watched that? I know it's a punchline now to you, to me, but I warned you about this. This is me. This is a clip of me. You know, I love playing these. This is a clip of me from back in August. You should feel embarrassed on behalf of your nation because we look terrible to the rest of the world right now. There's not a way to put it. This is an international embarrassment. America has been the global superpower for your entire lifetime. It has. We took over that rule right about the end of World War I. That's when we really became top dog. And we've been top dog ever since. That's about 100 years. The world is looking right now, and they're asking, are they still top dog? I mean, this is not what the top dog does. This is what some fading power does. The world was watching. And now where are we today? Where are we? Well, Vladimir Putin is still Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin has always been one of these old school Russian throwbacks who looks back at monsters like Stalin and admires them. And he looks back at the size of the Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union, and he wants it. He wants to get that back. He views Russia as some strong man on the world stage who should have a lot more than they currently have. And he's always wanted it. Remember, Vladimir Putin didn't stop being some tyrant during Donald Trump's presidency. He wanted it then too. Weird. He did nothing aggressive during Donald Trump's presidency. But now he feels completely comfortable declaring two different regions of eastern Ukraine to be Russia.
I deem it necessary to make a decision that should have been made a long time ago, to immediately recognize the independence and sovereignty of Donetsk People's Republic and Lugansk People's Republic. Those who seized the power and keep the power in Kyiv, we demand to stop hostilities immediately. Otherwise, all the responsibility for the possible continuation of the bloodbath will be on the consciousness of the regime that is ruling in Kyiv.
Okay, well, we all know what he's doing there. I say it's a war of self-defense. All the tyrants do that thing, but feels completely comfortable. And why wouldn't he? Because it's way more than just Joe Biden. It's not like we just have some doddering old fool as president and everyone else around him is pretty switched on. I mean, how childish do we look? How amateurish, how weak do we look that in response to the tensions, the coming threats, we sent Kamala Harris to Europe?
The purpose of the sanctions has always been and continues to be deterrence. But let's also recognize the unique nature of the sanctions that we have outlined. These are some of the greatest sanctions, if not the strongest, that we've ever issued.
Do you feel that this threat that has been looming is really going to deter him?
Absolutely. We strongly believe. And remember also that the sanctions are a product not only of our perspective as the United States, but a shared perspective among our allies. And the allied relationship is such that we have agreed that the deterrence effect of these sanctions is still a meaningful one, especially because, remember also, we still sincerely hope that there is a diplomatic path out of this moment.
What? Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.